like I haven't done a video for a very long time. This is a bit different to what I normally do. Normally you see me scrapbooking and I've done other things, but I got into a creative rut towards the end of this year and I decided to try something different, to try and inspire myself, and this is very much based on a woman that I follow. She has a Patreon account. Her name is Courtney Diaz, and she's fantastic. She's just fabulous, and I just love the way that she journals, and so this is heavily inspired by her. And I just feel like maybe sometimes when we feel like, you know, you're doing the same thing over and over again, that trying something different can inspire one and just spark something in you that gets you a bit more excited about creativity again. And yeah, so basically what she does is she journals her life in various notebooks, particularly ones like these, which have, this is a Stalogy notebook, and I think it is the Tomoe River paper, but yes, because it accepts watercolor very nicely and doesn't bleed through and all sorts of, you know, wonderful things. And she just chronicles everything that happens in her daily life. She also creates gorgeous printables and things, and yeah, she's very inspirational. So I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel down below. But yeah, so what essentially I've been doing is I first started out I practiced. Yeah. I thought, is this something that I'm going to enjoy doing? So what I did, actually we went on safari, is I grabbed one of Diane Reevely's notebooks and I took a whole bunch of, as you can see there, magazine cutouts and things, and I took it with me, and I took some paints with me and paint pens and things, and thought, is this something that, you know, is going to interest me? And it has. So I've decided to graduate from the Diane Reevely notebook, because it becomes very thick, and I wanted to try. I had this Stalogy book which I bought, oh gosh, yonks ago, and you might have seen in the beginning I had a Hobonichi cover. I think I've had that Hobonichi cover for, gosh, a good year and a bit actually, and I haven't really done much with it. So I feel like I'm you know, killing a couple of birds with one stone by not only using this book which I bought and the cover which I bought, but also having fun. And yeah, it's a combination of photographs and art supplies. I do a lot of swatching, not much painting, but I do a lot of swatching. So yeah, so I'm swatching new watercolors that I've got, and oh, this is representative of what happened, because I had a week where I could work from home. This was before Christmas, and so Rita and I decided to organize our rooms, our craft rooms, and encourage each other. So that's why I thought that little cutout from the magazine actually was just perfect to signify what we did, and we did a damn fine job, I might add. Although she was much more encouraging than I was. I was ready to give up, and she was telling me, no, don't. I must admit I didn't do everything, but I did get rid of a lot of stuff, and I made I made some money by selling some of it too, so it was a win-win situation. And now as I look around my room, it's not bad, it's not brilliant, but it's not bad. So yeah, so that's what's showing there. And I really do enjoy this kind of journaling. And you're probably thinking to yourself, but Tanya, so far all you've done is, and that's organization. That's what I've got left, by the way. You might not be able to see it very well because it's a really teeny tiny photo, but I condensed all of my stuff into 6 containers, and I got rid of a lot of paper, and yeah, I just was really quite chuffed with myself here. I discovered something, because I was figuring you were thinking, yeah, but Tanya, you've got no actual journaling in this journal. What I've decided to do, because I have Tomoe River paper and I have a typewriter, I've discovered that my typewriter ink is actually waterproof. Oh, it's funny, I was lying in bed one evening and thinking to myself, I wonder if that would work. And I tried it and it works, and I just think it's brilliant because I find it easier. I think quickly. So when I write, I can't write fast enough as I'm thinking my thoughts, you know, those deep, deep thoughts that I have, which, if you know me terribly well, know that they're not deep at all. They're as shallow as anything. But when I sit down at that typewriter, I find that I can just type and I have fun with it, because I mean, okay, if you're from my generation, you will know how much fun it is on a typewriter, because we grew up with typewriters, you know, we learned to type on typewriters, and it just takes me back, and I can sit there and I can type and I make mistakes and I've got correction. It's one of those golf ball typewriters that comes with a correction ribbon, you know, that you can put in with the actual ribbon. And yeah, so there's a lot of backspacing and correcting, and so far I've got a lot of in brackets. Typing is really hard. And my sense of humor obviously comes out because I'm typing basically what's going on in life and what I'm thinking at the time, and I like this idea, and so far I'm having a blast. And oh yeah, this is also quite funny, but I'll get back to that. So yeah, so far I'm having a really good time, because it's almost like project life, really. You know, it's not daily documenting, because what I do is every, I don't know, a couple of days or so, I'll sit down at the typewriter and I'll type out what happened or what I'm thinking, and then I'll take the bits of ephemera and photographs and things that I've got, and then I'll stick them in. But it is kind of like project life, because it's more a daily recording than what I do with my scrapbooking. And I still do enjoy scrapbooking. I'm still part of the Hip Kit Club team, and I love the goodies, and I do enjoy it. But I just feel like I needed a bit of a change, and this, I think, is a change that I needed. And yeah, it also means that I have all these art supplies that I have been accumulating that I don't really use. Well, I mean, I do use them, but I'm at that embryonic stage of art, you know, where I dabble and pretend and think that I can do stuff, and really I just swatch. So in this way, I'm starting to use some of those products that I've bought over this year. I mean, I've got Posca paint pens coming out of my ears, and I've got all these watercolors that I'm using, and yeah, these are some handmade ones that I bought. And yeah, I have a few thoughts on handmade watercolors that aren't very complimentary, so I'm just going to keep them to myself. But I think I do prefer professional, you know, manufactured watercolors. Anyway, be that as it may. Yeah, so okay, I'm going to interrupt my train of thought. Would you look at that? Yep, that is a bona fide, genuine rotary stamp turny wheely thing. I don't know what they're called. But we went down to my parents for Christmas time, and my husband and I love going around antique stores. I mean, that's just what you do. And I happened to spot this one, and I thought, oh, that's going to be just perfect. Because again, Arit and I, because I mean, we talk on a daily basis. Come on, I mean, we're good friends. We, in our mad cleaning up of our rooms, decided that we needed something to keep our rotary stamps in, because if you see them, you use them, right? If it's out there, you'll use it. And she has access to, you know, Amazon and Prime shipping and all the rest of it. So she found these cute things that she could display hers with, and got it sort of like 2 days later, and there's me thinking, oh, what was it like to have that kind of thing? And so when I saw that in the antique store, I thought, well, yep, that's it, gotta have it. Now I want another one. So now I'm gonna have to scour all the antique stores I can find to see if I can find another one. But it's fabulous, it really is. So yeah, so that was a bit of a tangent there. But later I'm going to take I took the little brochure from the antique store, and I'm going to put that in here, because it was a big deal to me. you know. And that photograph of Jessica was one that while she went down to my mum's before we did, and my mum had her, you know, paid for her to have her hair done, so she sent me a photograph of her hair, and so I'm putting that in there. Really, it is taking the anything and everything and being artistic and just documenting life. There we go. I know this is, I mean, I'm sounding like this is a whole new revolutionary thing that, you know, I've discovered, and obviously it's not, because there are a lot of Journal with Me videos out on YouTube, and a lot of people do journaling this way. It's just, it's new to me, and so I'm very enthusiastic about it. And the other thing that I like about it is that I buy magazines, not too many, and there you go, there's the antique store. I don't buy that many, but I am mad keen on Daphne's Diary, and let me tell you, it is frick expensive here. I mean, it's like a small basket of groceries expensive. But I still buy them because I love them, and I feel that after I've read them a couple of times, you know, and you enjoy them, and you get a glass of wine and you sit down and, you know, you just really enjoy yourself, I will then take out of them what I really like. And of course Daphne's Diary is just perfect for this kind of thing, and then I'm going to be using them in this little journal, and I don't feel bad about spending a small grocery basket of stuff, you know, on one magazine. I don't feel bad about it because I'm using it and enjoying it, and I loved this painting of these buildings. It's just gorgeous. And can I just say, that little car, I drew and painted that car. I was so proud of myself. My gosh, if I could have shouted it from the ceiling, I would have done, because yeah, I know I say it over, and yes, I sent a picture to Reed because I had to show her, and she was very complimentary. It was all very lovely. It was actually a Christmas card that came in the Christmas Daphne's Diary. So while I was at my folks, I naturally had taken some stuff with me, and so we had a little downtime, and so I painted it, and I thought that was terribly cute, putting it in the front there, because it almost looks like, you know, it's part of the pictures. So yeah, and oh yes, I also apparently do not know how to arrange colors, because I was so proud of myself. I got these new watercolors, and they're Schminke, and I love Schminke. I just think they're the bee's knees, and I dutifully went through all my watercolors and decided on which 24 colors I wanted, and I put it in there, and I proudly sent my photograph off to a read, and then was told, no, Tanya, no, that's not how it's arranged. So I duly got her to to tell me how it's supposed to be arranged, and then I rearranged it, and on the right hand side there I have swatched most of them down the side there. So I'm still not quite sure what I did wrong, to be honest, but hey, I will bow to superior knowledge, which I duly do. And yeah, so there you can see how I put in my journaling there. And oh, this is another upside of this kind of thing. You go through a lot of washi tape. Because of course you got tip-ins, and you have tip-ins upon tip-ins upon tip-ins, and it just pleases my little tip-in heart. And yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do with that girl, so I kind of outlined her to make her seem like she was more part of the page. And that's also the gorgeous thing about Tomoe River paper, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right. I'm not sure if it's Tomoe paper or Tomoe River paper. However you pronounce it, it doesn't matter. It's gorgeous stuff because it accepts watercolor and pen and everything. And yes, this was my second bit of journaling. I had just come back from having spent Christmas at my folks, and it was actually lovely because my brother and his wife and kids came out from Australia, and my other brother came down from Joburg, and we got together and had a big family reunion, which we haven't done for 4 years. So it was very, very cool, and it was also very, very stressful because, I don't know, families. I've come to a conclusion that families shouldn't really get together for too long a period of time, because otherwise then you just you start to grate on each other, because you don't normally spend all that much time with each other. But yeah, so anyway, so that's all my journaling there that I've got going on, and then I thought I'd be creative and do a little Christmas tree to indicate that it was Christmas time. And yeah, and again, this is again some magazine cutout that I have, and I quite like how the spread came out. Actually, I'm still learning. It's slightly different to scrapbooking. I've been doing for years and years and years, and I mean, I know what works well for me, and I know my style and everything, but this is slightly different because it's collaging and arting and all sorts of creative pursuits, I should say, that, you know, it's another part of my creative brain is working here. Oh my gosh, look at me being so eloquent. And yeah, as I said, I love tip-ins, so I've been doing tip-ins galore. And that was a Christmas tag that I made. I actually took a whole bunch of leftover old Hip Kit Club Christmas kits. You know how the November kits or the December kits are normally Christmas themed, and I made a whole bunch of Christmas tags, and yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that, and it used up quite a few supplies, so that's why I wanted to put that in there. And then I my sense of humor is just so, I have fun. Oh, and that's a tag that I bought at a little shop we went around, just so that I'd have something else to put in this little book. But yeah, so my Christmas tags, on my girls' presents, I wrote things like, "Dear Jessica, Mrs. Santa," and I got into trouble for that because apparently she's Mrs. Claus. "Mrs. Santa tells me, reliably that this is the kind of thing that, you want," and it was all types of things. And Santa apparently has a huge menagerie of things, because there were possums involved and all sorts of other things. Anyway, it's not important, but I had a lot of fun doing it. It made wrapping the presents a little bit more pleasant, I must say. And yeah, there's my folks and my family, and I was using my sprocket printer to print out the photographs, but I've got to say I'm really not happy with the quality of the prints. I'm not sure. I know there's all sorts of tips and tricks you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to keep the firmware upgraded and you're supposed to keep it charged and all sorts of things, but still it's crappy quality in my humble opinion. And so I just printed all these out on an A4 photo paper and cut them up. I like it better. And yeah, I'm going to be coming to an end, and this is like an epic I was going to say video. Well, it is a video anyway. This is an epic voiceover for me, and I do hope you've enjoyed this. I really am enjoying doing this, and I'm hoping to carry on doing it. And if you have enjoyed this, please let me know, so that I can maybe make some more. In fact, I would like to keep doing these and uploading them, because I'm having fun, and that's what counts, doesn't it? So I do hope you're having a fantastic time. I hope you, by the time this goes up, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year and all of those good things. And here's to 2019, and here's to overcoming creative blocks and just enjoying the creative process. So thank you once again for watching, and yeah, we'll chat again soon sometime. Bye bye.